I'm about to say something that might not make some people very happy, but I'm going to say it anyhow. And it relates to this giant bag of rambutan that I bought at a local Asian food market here in the city. If you haven't seen my video about rambutan and racism, have a go watch at that. So, to me, when we want to resolve the issue of racism, when we want to address bias, we need to be thinking about how we do it. Here in the city, we just finished a week-long pavilion cultural festival celebration called Folklorama, where people from different communities put together shows where people buy tickets and people go and watch cultural representation on stage and get to eat food that represents that culture. But to me, that's kind of like putting rambutan in a bag. It is like taking culture and putting it into a zoo, into captivity. It doesn't really get to live and breathe the way it's supposed to on its own in the real world. In the same way, if I want to actually experience what rambutan is, I've got to take it out of the bag. I've got to smell it. I've got to crack it open. I've got to eat it. And then I've got to share it. I can't keep it to myself. That's why I have a big bag. Culture has to live outside of captivity. It cannot be constrained into a little box because that's how people will see it. They will see it as stereotypical because it's presented as stereotypical. Culture is live, it is intersecting, it is always growing. There are parts of my culture I carry with me very strongly, but that representation has changed from my parents' perspective to my perspective. And when I want who I am reflected in society, it's got to be outside of the zoo. So my call to everybody is to take culture and let's take it out of the bag, let's take it out of the zoo, let's take culture out of captivity. And my call to those who might help with engaging these well-intended celebrations like Folklorama is to say that can't be the only way that we celebrate culture. We need to be advocating to take culture and living it out loud and celebrating everything with everybody. This is Dr. Abdulrehman on culture in captivity.